Power to the nation. Happy Juneteenth weekend, my people. Man, we got some major progress and energy and divine love and insight to share with the family today. The website is officially open, people. It's officially open, diplomatday.com. Y'all send all your people there. Yeah, it explains everything to them right here in really this middle paragraph right there. That's the good news right there. But we're gonna go over this in a second. Y'all go ahead and share this video real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and share the video um, about diplomatday.com. In the meantime, y'all check out the Juneteenth message right here while I'm sharing this video.
While we out here, we said there default right there. Why? Got me right there. Why? Hit up that black why? Like you know, default. Happy Juneteenth, Juneteenth. You know what I mean? Through the paper. This might be the last one that we got to celebrate. The last one we got to celebrate. Hey man, we ain't free no more. We independent. We independent. Y'all see what we got? We in the federal building, man. We finna go drop that default judgment on them. They have acquiesced. The United States have acquiesced to $1.28 quadrillion. Peace treaty, all the rehumanization. Oh, slavery. Can't take a phone in the building. So y'all know what it is. Oh,
All right, so y'all heard it right there. Y'all see me right there. That was Juneteenth Day. That was right there in the morning early. We had went over to the federal building, and as you see in the caption, and as you see the paper in the video, we have officially entered the United States government and the estate of Abraham Lincoln into default. They have officially been entered into default by the Northern District Court of Georgia on Juneteenth Day under the Honorable Judge J.P. Boulay or Booley, case number CV 119-4443, filed in the capacity of the Sixth Region of the African Union, our national status, the ancient nation Shabahadi, our ancient divine status, and Mount Zion, which is the embassy of heaven on earth, the lawful legal embassy of heaven on earth, on behalf of the black race. And we open up the website diplomatday.com in honor of Juneteenth and all the ancestors from Juneteenth, people. Tap in. I'm sharing this right now to my page. I'm about to go over this website with y'all real quick. As y'all see, y'all, it is still under construction, but no worries about that. It's all good. Trayvon, Trey, what up, man? Shout out to Huey P. Newton Gun Club, who was out there on a Juneteenth Day march over there at the King Center. Got to shout out all the good brothers and sisters who show up for the Juneteenth to make sure our people got added layers of protection and security while we out there in the streets on the front lines. They've been there with Juneteenth since the very beginning. So shout out Bob Johnson. Shout out all the organizers who work with Bob. You know what I'm saying, to help them bring that the largest Juneteenth celebration in the country. Every year to the streets of Atlanta. You know what I mean, what more could you ask for? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're supposed to be doing out here. Like, brothers putting in consistency, you know what I mean? Consistent work, consistent dedication. I'm sharing the video. Y'all give me 1 second. I want to put it in a couple groups that I know my peoples is in. This is definitely major. So, let me share it to one more group. 1 second. I'm gonna do boom, 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 boom. Y'all share the video. Tag somebody in the comments. This is gonna be a short update, but it's gonna be powerful because we now have the platform open. We started in the Facebook group. We got hundreds of people in there so far that first day wanted to come in, so that's good. Um, Now, we have the official platform, diplomatday.com is going to be even, expanding even better. And it's only going to get better from here. You know what I'm saying? But this right here. I'm gonna show y'all why this is the key right now to what we're doing with the whole blackout. Diplomat Day movement. Now let me go ahead and just give y'all the quick rundown. Okay, so let's take it from the top. Of course, you see the African Union logo, and we put the six inside there to indicate the sixth region. Site under construction. You see that. So what we are doing in the streets, we asking everybody to vote for state of emergency with us. Use your presidential power. You are a president. We have 40 million presidents walking around, people with the same power as a president. So we're asking our people, let's all collectively use our presidential power to vote for the state of emergency in the African Union 6th region. Of course, you go ahead and click that to download the affidavit, the vote template, and boom, you can download it right there. You know what I mean? Too easy. Sign it, fill it out. I think we officially have over 600 people who have already downloaded the vote by affidavit template. So shout out to all of y'all who have already, who got the message early, you know what I'm saying, before we launched the website. Shout out to all of y'all because y'all spirits are the type of spirits to be up on stuff early. Y'all the ones who be putting everybody else onto it. And that's a divine task in itself. So let's go ahead and get it started. This website launched on June 19th, 2020. So happy Juneteenth Day, first of all. But guess what? Black Americans are actively living in a modern day repeat of the 1865 Juneteenth story. And the modern day 2020 version is much worse due to the mass media censorship, keeping the good news from Black people intentionally. Y'all see now the difference back in 1865, why they got the word so late was because they had to physically send soldiers to the South and to Texas to bring the good news to Black people. But in 2020, the reason we didn't get the good news is because of intentional mass media censorship. So now we're talking about censorship being used as a form of racism against Black people. Because y'all censoring all of our touchdowns. Every time we score points and put points on the board, y'all don't put that in our face. Y'all only put when y'all score points, when y'all kneeling on our neck for 8 minutes, when y'all killing us and hanging us from trees. That's what y'all put on the record. That's what y'all the only thing y'all want to put y'all cameras on. Okay, so it's all good. So what's the good news? All right. Well, the African Union Commission officially recognized Black people in America as an independent nation. This is what we want our people to know right here. This is all we doing. We got flyers in the street right now. We hit Atlanta last night. We in Atlanta, but we hit Atlanta. And chopped it up with ran up on the good brother DC Young Fly. Didn't expect to see him out there, but we hit him with this news right here. This first line, let him know that hey man, we've officially been recognized as a nation. We gave him the flyer. Man, let me tell me why DC Young Fly, a celebrity that everyone's talking about, oh, these celebrities, the sellouts, and all of this, yapping back and forth. Okay, so we went to all the conscious Negroes, right? We went to a lot of the conscious brothers, and look, we were not being divisive, but we're just talking the truth. You know what I'm saying? The response that we got from conscious leaders versus the response we got from DC Young Fly is the extreme opposite of what you would expect it to be. You would think that the conscious brothers would just be, oh man, so ready to unite. But we got more opposition from those brothers. Maybe because they got platforms and maybe they feel like they better than everybody, or maybe they feel like they just want to monetize. They found a comfortable place in white supremacy and they just want to continue monetizing they platforms and selling merchandise and just making money off the people, who's actually out here looking for a better way. But we didn't get that response from them. But DC Young Fly, I'm talking about on the fly. When we ran up on him on the fly, hit him with the good news in his car. He was driving. He was driving outside of the event, and we hit him with the fly. He was like, "Oh man, yeah." He was excited. He was like, "Yeah, man. Hey, take this number." What? He said, "Take this number real quick. Hit this number. Call him right now. Tell him DC Young Fly told you to call." You know what I'm saying? I said, wow, that's the response that we've been looking for this whole time. It didn't come from a conscious leader, a conscious brother. I mean, not to say brother is not conscious. I don't, but what I'm saying is it came from a celebrity that y'all so-called said these celebrities ain't shit. They sellouts, they this, they that. I'm telling you, I've been telling y'all, and so I said it in the song. Is God using celebrities to send divine messages? Yes. And it make a lot of sense. So I said it. I'm telling y'all, these are royal spirits. All we got to do is be patient with our brothers, all of our brothers. We got to be patient with our conscious brothers and sisters, and we got to be patient with our athlete brothers and sisters, our celebrity, entertainer brothers and sisters, our comedian brothers and sisters. We gotta be, comedians always been conscious anyway. You know what I'm saying? The real comedians got a great history of being conscious. But either way, let's not get stuck up on that. Shout out to DC Young Fly. If y'all don't follow him on Instagram, go follow him on Instagram. Follow him somewhere. Tag him in. Hit his comments. Tell him thank you for supporting Diplomat Day. Please do me a favor. If y'all been following this situation, please go hit DC Young Fly. Tell him thank you for supporting Diplomat Day and the nationalization of Black America. Shout out T.I. because we ran into T.I. as well. So shout out T.I. He knows about Diplomat Day. Shout out to T.I. Shout out to Young Dro. He knows about Diplomat Day. He took a second to listen to us as well. Now, we didn't get as long to talk to them two brothers as we did to talk to DC Young Fly. But shout out to T.I. Go hit him on his Instagram too. Hit him on his Facebook too. Tell him, shout him out, and say thank you for supporting Diplomat Day. Because all we need is for brothers to listen, and you'll see that in this paragraph. Look, the good news, the African Union Commission officially recognized Black people in America as an independent nation, giving us intergovernmental capacity and observer status at the African Union. Okay, so this is a very important thing. The intergovernmental capacity means we are a nation of many nations. So that's important because no one has to change how they identify. You can be a Hebrew Israelite, you can be a Moor, you can be a Blackfoot, you can be Washita, you can be even just a Black, you can be just an African American, you can be whatever you are and however you identify. Because now you have an intergovernmental capacity here in on this American soil. All of our Black people here have intergovernmental capacity just within ourselves. All right. Um, and we also have observer status. Now, remember, Israel, the country of Israel, wanted observer status at the African Union. Just Google observer status Israel African Union. You will see what I mean. Haiti wanted it. So countries want observer status at the African Union. They want what you have, Black people. They want that. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. Meaning that we're truly independent now. We're truly a country. Because if you was not a country, you could not even be getting observer status. So this is proof. Just look it up. Section 1AK of the Global Diaspora Declaration, or the Declaration of the Global Diaspora Summit. All right. So we're truly independent now. Black people are no longer under the laws of the United States of America. The legislation. Now, this is the key thing. We want to tell our people when you're out there promoting, you might have a flyer, you might have whatever, you might be sharing them a text message or whatever. Let them know the legislation is already complete and there is no sign up process required to be a part. There's nothing you got to do. You're already a member. You're already given lawful independence according to the laws of nations. And your U.S. citizenship now qualifies for legal diplomatic immunity. Your U.S. citizenship now qualifies for legal diplomatic immunity under federal laws, which is Title 22 U.S. Code 254A. You can go look that up if you want to. Automatically by your DNA, your genealogy, and your ancestral lineage. Okay? So just by default of you being Black, by you being an Aboriginal or original man and woman on this planet, you are afforded, that means you qualify for legal diplomatic immunity if you have a US passport. You know what I'm saying? um and and once again, we'll be having our own passports, but if you already got a US passport, just understand it don't mean that you're still immune, all right, to all these federal laws, because you are a representative of a foreign nation. That's why you need to go look up 254A, 22 US Code 254A. You're a representative of a foreign nation now. Remember, you're a country right here. The legislation is already complete. You're a country. You have observer status. So since you have observer status, you represent, that's proof that you are a representative of a foreign nation. All right. So the only thing, now this is it. Now, this isn't the African Union. Now we're talking about diplomatday.com. Now we're talking about the American brothers. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the African Union did. They put us in the game and recognize us as a country, so that way we can have more options in our fight against racism, right? But what we do as with what so the first move that we making with our fight against racism is we're asking um, all of our people. Only thing we're asking you to do is use your presidential power to declare a state of emergency by filing a vote by affidavit with the African Union Commission. You know what I'm saying? Vote with us. Help us by using your presidential power to file this paperwork here. This one document. All you gotta do is print it and sign it. Well, put your name and address on it and stuff. Print it and sign it. You know what I'm saying? Print it and sign it. And we said, yes, you read that correctly. Temporarily, every Black American has the equivalent of presidential power vested in you until we hold our nation's first election. Because remember, elections are to delegate the power. The election process is where you take your power and you give it to a person and say, I want you to represent me. You see what I'm saying? You to be our representatives politically and economically. You know what I'm saying? So since we did not delegate that power in an election yet, that means you are still holding on to that power. You still retain that power of the same power that the presidents have. You see what I'm saying? So now it's 40 million presidents of us out here, 40 million presidents out here, Black American presidents. So what we do is we pool our power, we begin exercising. The first step we take is to vote for a state of emergency. Now, the first thing we should have done back in the day, if the media didn't censor this and we actually got the news back in 2012, what we would have done was we would have voted for our representation to see, we would have voted in an election, just like how you vote for a president. We would have done that to say, who's going to be our four representatives to go and sit at the African Union. But since they've censored the message, we didn't get the message in time, and now all the George Floyd stuff, the riots, and the COVID-19. Now it's more important to vote for a state of emergency and go ahead and declare what you call diplomatic immunity, because of all the racism out here. We can't allow the law enforcers to continue policing us. They have proven that through the government infiltration, they are the ones out there rioting. They're the ones out there creating all the anarchy and all the fires and all of that crazy stuff, looting. We got video evidence now. So thank the George Floyd situation for providing that video evidence, because that is just very hard evidence to support our call for state of emergency. Now let's continue. This is a simple but effective crowd law strategy to give Black Americans a state level layer of protection against racism, dehumanization, and government infiltration in 2020. All you got to do is download the affidavit template by clicking the button above. Boom, boom, boom. You click that button. Get it notarized and email it or upload it below. You can, upload it right here, choose file and upload, what I'm saying, the joint, and then boom, just click right there. You know what I mean? Now, the state of emergency is based on racism, dehumanization, and new video evidence of government infiltration captured during the George Floyd riots. Diplomatic immunity is the logical temporary solution for Black American people until their safety from judicial racism and all forms of racism can be guaranteed. And of course, we know the only way to do that is to build our own borders, just like the Chaz people, but not sloppy like that. We're going to go and claim all these 640 million acres and take 50 million acres out of that government land and start building our first communities. You know what I'm saying? And all of that is included in the affidavit. So all you really got to do is just download this right here, use your power, and vote with us, man. We're going to put our power together and call state of emergency and invoke diplomatic immunity. Now, what is Diplomat Day? Of course, now y'all got the video. Y'all, or some of y'all probably already seen this. See what I'm saying? So we're not gonna go through that whole video, but y'all can go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? Right, and really it's only like about 4 minutes, right? About three minutes, about 3 minutes 30 seconds, something like that, right? And then no, it's about 4 minutes. My bad, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and then you know my music video pops up. Yeah, we're talking about sliding out of the jurisdiction of the United States and sliding into the jurisdiction of our own people. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see the book that we wrote. That's what this picture right here. See the Tusi slide decoded. We're showing that symbolically when we were on quarantine and Drake dropped the Tusi slide song, he talking about sliding. And we were saying if we was to if our exodus, our freedom ritual was embodied in a movement, an actual dance, the Tutsi slide would be it. Cause all we talking about is sliding. We got two jurisdictions. You got the black city on this side, the black jurisdiction. You see the African Union flags there, and then you got the current one, the United States jurisdiction, with the COVID-19, the racism, the forced vaccination, the lies, the martial law. To avoid all that, all we gotta do is slide out the way. So, oh, look, we got dual status. We got a national status. We can either be a less than human being, 3/4 of a man, United States citizen, and stay on this side of the tracks, stay on the tracks, with the rail, with the train coming at us, or we can Tusi slide out the damn way and slide over to the other grounds that we have, where it's sunny, where we got our own stuff. We're not demonized. Our blackness is not demonized. Our Pan Africanism or whatever, whatever, your blackness, economic, and then this is this economic thing. Remember, people, this is an economic thing and political thing. This is not a spiritual or religious platform. Keep in mind, we love the Most High, most people do, but this diplomat situation is giving us political and economic grounds. It's not for, and that's why you can identify with whatever you want to identify with. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, it's not for a religious situation. Now it is prophetic that we would get a vehicle, an economic vehicle during these times where the chosen, where we are supposed to be restored. Now it is prophetic, it fits into prophecy, but this is not a spiritual or religious platform. And I just want to be very clear on that. All right. Diplomat Day is this is it right here. This is the president. You see all the presidents in Africa. This is Diplomat Day. 4 Black Americans are supposed to be in this exact picture. But since we did not hold our vote back in 2012, when they was really giving us the, trying to get us to get it done, since we did not hold our vote and elect those 4 Black Americans who were supposed to be in this picture, we just got to come back around and get that done now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a if we get, it's a when we get it done. We can take another 10 years, to level up our diplomatic standing and our national standing, or we can just get it done this year. Let's get it done this year, people. All right, so you'll also, this part is not activated yet, but all the people who want to organize the rallies for July 4th and every other day after that, when they organize right here, you can click this link to become an organizer. And of course, this link is not active. So if you click it, it's just going to take you back to the top of the page. You see? So that link is not active yet. But if you're an influencer and you want to actually set up a Diplomat Day rally, all you have to do is come to the website and click right there. It's free, you know what I'm saying? Fill out your information and stuff and register. And then you'll have access to come in and add a listing now, to add a rally. Now you'll be able, see, I can do it. See, this is why it's not active, because right now there's a bug in the site where it's charging people. We're not charging nobody to set up no damn listing, to set up no rally point. This is free. So we got to working out the bugs. As soon as we're able to work out these bugs to get it to stop bringing it to this page, then we're gonna open up the registration for the organizer. So I got this because I'm an admin. You see what I'm saying? But y'all won't be able to see that when you go to the website. But once we do get them registered, they'll be able to start putting down rally points in different states, and then you, as just the voting members, will be able to come and see where the listings is at in Arizona, or see where the rallies is at in Arizona, or see where the rallies at in Idaho, if we got any Black folks in Idaho. We'll be able to see where the rallies is at in everywhere, everywhere. New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is come and bring that in. Now, this is what I want y'all to go and share. This is the first article, the first article. So the section where we talking about on our updates and our blogs is going to be called Diplomat Talk. Why? It's called Diplomat Talk because there is no victim perspectives here in Diplomat Talk in this section. This is going to be the highest level of conversation y'all have ever heard in your life. It might even sound strange or seem strange because y'all are not used to hearing black people talk or black Americans talk from a diplomatic standpoint. So I'm giving you an advisory. Don't feel scared or don't feel threatened when you hear black Americans talking from this level now, talking from diplomatic levels now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the article so y'all can see where it's at. We're getting ready to take the side panel off. So when you click on this, it's just gonna be all one thing. So as you see, the picture at the top, we're talking about the 2020 peace treaty finalizing the divorce. And on one side, of course, you see the white hand with the United States flag on the collar and the Confederate flag on the collar. And then you see the black hand with the African Union flag on the collar and the sixth region logo that we put together for this Diplomat Day promotion. And of course, the Pan African RBG flag. And just know that every other flag, when you see this flag, you see in every other flag. You see in the Moroccan flag, you see in the Moor flag, you see in the Washita flag, you see in every other flag because we're all represented under the flag. That's why you see all the different stars on there. It represents all the countries, you know what I'm saying, in the African Union. So people take some time and read this article. Now we're talking about okay, let me just read y'all the first paragraph. I'm not gonna read y'all the whole thing. But June 19th, the clerk of Georgia's Northern District Court entered Donald Trump doing business as the United States and the estate of Abraham Lincoln into default regarding CV 119-4443, United States versus Prince Michael, which concerns Black America's relief for, and that word relief is like compensation basically for the people who don't know legal terms. Um, Compensation for the 400 years of slave creation. All right, very, very specific terms that we use there. The case irrefutably proved historic slave creation and ownership continues to this day in the form of legal intellectual properties which are owned by the U.S. government and licensed to all free white Americans alive today. So whenever white folks say we didn't own no slaves, we shouldn't have to pay reparations. Now, just know there is legal proof filed in the Northern District Court of Georgia that proves them to be liars, lying in a motherfucker. Y'all lying because we got the proof and the evidence I filed at the courts that all of y'all own the intellectual property still, and they legal. That's why it says legal intellectual properties because the United States never made them illegal, and that's why we was able to come and sue their ass, hit them with a lawsuit, and without statute of limitations because there's no statute of limitations for trade secrets. All right, and that's what we proved. We proved that they own and have trade secrets for dehumanization under this court number right here. I filed it October 2nd, and I realized this just the other day. Now I gotta show y'all this. Okay, because um, Most High just gave us this understanding, literally just days ago. Um, for 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 I guess for Juneteenth. Look, October 2nd is Johnny Cochran's birthday. I didn't even know that. I did not even know this. You see what I'm saying? October 2nd was Johnny Cochran's birthday, and they said he was working on something for reparations. So now I realize it was the ancestor Johnny Cochran who showed me this loophole. He's the one who found the loophole and delivered it to me and channeled it to the world through me. This came from Johnny Cochran, y'all. We got legal, lawful reparations are in default. So if the people stand with this, remember there's strength in numbers. There are strength in numbers. Johnny Cochran delivered this to us. I'm gonna show y'all something. I had no idea until the other day. We filed this on his birthday. How did I file this on his birthday and didn't even know? You see what I'm saying? And so now I'm gonna show y'all something else. Remember, I just dropped 2C slide decoded. All right, so let's do something. 2C slide decoded, right? I said is God using celebrities to send divine messages. 2C slide decoded. All right, so boom. We finna go to the book. Now remember, y'all can always come to any of my books. They all free. You can get all the information for free. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna okay, decoding the dance, decoding release date. So we're gonna go to page 26, right? because I'm gonna show y'all something. I put this in the book and I published it. This was before we even had this overstanding. Decoding the dates is what we're looking for. I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay, decoding release dates. I showed y'all March 29th is right here in the book. Right here in the book. Divine guidance, current events, using current events. Okay, it's right there, March 29th. What date does it say Johnny Cochran died? March 29th. What day? And we're talking about the Exodus paperwork. We're talking about sliding, literally talking about sliding out of all the political agenda, sliding out the way. The Exodus papers, it's right there. CV 119, I put it right there. Is a lawsuit filed October 2nd. See if I can zoom in some. I can't zoom in now. But CV 119 4443 is a lawsuit filed October 2nd, 2019, that needs attention during this COVID-19 era because the legal argument is based on a loophole discovered by researching intellectual property law. I separately called several Black voices during including Dr. Leonard Jeffries, Major Samuel Masteller, and Killer Mike. They all said the same exact thing. They said the argument is heavy, personally, in which it is. Personally, I think what's heavy about it is understandable by the common person, which is why I think it's heavy. That's why I'm able to give it to people so quickly with a basic education. That's important because it's able to give everyone who understands it the confidence needed to stand on it and push forward together for our justice by signing on to a class action lawsuit. And so now, we was doing that at first, and now, um, you know, we was like, let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? But y'all can, if y'all, when y'all file y'all affidavit votes, y'all vote by affidavits. For to declare state of emergency. We can include it onto this right here because you already declare in the affidavit when you vote for state of emergency, you're already declared that you're owed benefits from this right here anyway. And of course, you see the number is right there, $1.28 quadrillion. That's after trillion, after 999, 999, 999, 999, 999 trillion. You know what I'm saying? Then comes quadrillion. So we talking about you're owed benefits from this. All 40 million of y'all. And if it's 40 million, then approximately it's going to be 32 million each that everyone in this country is owed. And then if it's 48 million of us, then it's probably be a little bit less. I don't know, maybe 26 million or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm just showing y'all that this is the lawful debt that we have proven thanks to Johnny Cochran. See what I'm saying? It's really Johnny Cochran. I'm giving all credit to Johnny Cochran for showing us this loophole, um, for showing us the loophole. You know what I mean? That allowed us to come and file this. I mean yeah. I mean it's so irrefutable. They couldn't even answer nothing to that. You know what I'm saying? Plus they already damn admitted it anyway. Y'all go and research, familiarize yourself with that. Da, 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 da. Um, so in this article right here, I want y'all to read it, the peace treaty. All we're saying is, what do y'all think? What do y'all think should go in the terms, should be the terms? What terms should go in the peace treaty? And I want y'all to come to this article and leave a comment right there. You know what I'm saying? Type in a comment and post your comment. Tell me what you think. Y'all, I'm gonna say, y'all tell us what you think should go in the peace treaty between Black America, formally and actually, sixth region of the African Union. I'm doing this for the people who don't like the word black, all right? So we're being considerate for everybody. You know what I mean? Even though that is an archaic argument, at this point, you can identify as black if you want to, and you can identify as African American if you want to, but you just got to understand that it's under the sixth region in America. It's not under the United States definitions or United States laws or the U.S. codes, none of that stuff. All right. So yeah, so what do y'all think, should go? So I want y'all to literally tell me some terms that you feel should go in the peace treaty. So you see Diplomat Day. Y'all tell us, y'all see how easy it was for me to leave that comment? All right, so y'all do it now. Y'all go and leave a comment. Tell us things, because there's so many expertises that y'all have. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an entertainer, and now I'm a diplomat a little bit because I took that spiritual path. But I'm not a political diplomat. I'm a spiritual diplomat because I represent a spiritual jurisdiction, which is Mount Zion. Y'all see the real Mount Zion. I showed y'all right there. This is where all the ancient Africans had called, the land of the gods, ancient Egypt, because you can see why this picture is not photoshopped. It literally sits in the sky. It literally sits in the sky. This used to be called the mountain of Heru. After monotheism kicked in and the Hebrew, situation took over and dominated, the society, this became known as Mount Zion, the mountain of God, the mountain of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And for great reasons, because there are serious, serious things that were hidden here. Divine technology, everything. This is where the Wakanda stuff came from. So, I represent that legal and lawful jurisdiction of the kingdom of heaven on earth. So that's why I got into diplomacy. So this is six things in honor of the sixth region. We put six things that I felt should go in there. So I felt that we should talk about the taxes that's owed to the sixth region for unpaid occupation of Fulton County, Georgia, and we provided proof of ownership that it is owned by our people. A brother, elder named Imam Chad A. Akbar. He is an Aboriginal, original man on this earth from our community, and he has owned this title, the certificate of title, was granted May 14th. That's my sister's birthday, by the way. 2003. Oh shoot! This is also the day that Israel became a state. The state of Israel that we know today also became a state on this particular day. So y'all just pay attention to those signs. Y'all remember, I always give you all those spiritual interpretations. That nothing happens by reason. I mean, nothing happens by coincidence. Okay. Now we know we are the true quote unquote Israelites. You know what I mean? And this is just, some of the Israelites getting their just dessert, their just due, their just portion. So if y'all want to fight for something, we can fight for, let's fight for Atlanta, not just Atlanta, but all the cities in Fulton County. You know what I'm saying? College Park, Alpharetta, Decatur, you know what I'm saying? All of these cities are on our land. They all owe us taxes. And this brother has had this filed in the Library of Congress since 1980, y'all. 40 years. Fulton County has been really black owned, but they gave us a title in 2003, 17 years ago. So we can lawfully hit them for 17 years worth of unpaid taxes. Let's pressure the government to do that. All right, we talking real diplomatic talk. I know y'all just got scared right there. Oh, we can't hold the white man accountable for that level of atrocity. He will get mad and frustrated with us, and he will send, opposition at us. Look, y'all, stand for something, man. Fall for anything. All right, man. Let's just keep it moving, because most of us ain't scared no more. But there's still a few scared Negroes out there that, what I'm saying, we still encourage y'all, and y'all still our brothers. We're just encourage y'all to have a backbone. We're encouraging y'all to be strong, have faith, have confidence, believe in yourself, believe in the Most High, believe in God, believe in something. Believe in this paperwork that believe that we actually got what we see. You know what I'm saying? Sure, we got the right to do it. Another thing we felt is a federal reclassification of Fulton County as a stage 3 rehumanization zone. And if y'all been following the movement, y'all know that rehumanization is now our lawful right through number 2, of the relief that we filed for, reverse engineer Africa 6th region in America. You know what I'm saying? So we were dehumanized using the trade secret that's owned by the United States. You know what I'm saying? So now we have the lawful and right, and they have the lawful, legal, moral, scientific, and ethical responsibility to rehumanize us, because y'all just set us free. You dehumanized us and made us slaves, but you didn't rehumanize us when y'all was making us quote unquote free people again. You know what I'm saying? And that was a fake freedom anyway, because we still was. You didn't free us economically. You didn't free us mentally. You know what I'm saying? You didn't free us even genetically. You know what I'm saying? You left us as slaves, and we proved all of that. You know what I'm saying? So now we're pushing for the rehumanization zone, and we came up with the classification of stage 3, which is going to be where different from a stage 1 and different from stage 2. You know, because stage one rehumanization zones can't no white people go in those stage one rehumanization zones. You know, we building 40 of them. But stage two, you know, because we know lots of black folks still want white folks to live with them. So, you know, whatever. We gotta accommodate for them too. So, you know, we'll just have different classifications. Stage two, you know what I'm saying, where white folks can, you know, with y'all if y'all want, but they can't vote in certain things. Y'all, you know, it'll be all published and stuff. But stage three will be those rare occasions where there are black owned lands, you know what I'm saying, around the country that have cities built on them and established and thriving economies built on them, but they're on black owned territory. Now, you know, we're not gonna kick everybody out of no established territory, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that is what the owner of the land has said. You know, you're not kicking nobody off his land. Um, but you know it's time to do things the right way. You know what I'm saying, let's get this thing, you know, situated correctly. So stage three, we're pushing for, that is just where stage three is the only thing where non-black law enforcement officers cannot be employed in a stage three rehumanization zone. So all the white officers going to have to be relocated to out the county, somewhere out. You might have to send them to Cobb County, have to send them somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, Henry County, send them somewhere else, but they can't be in Fulton County. You know what I'm saying? Can't be in Decatur. They can't be in Alpharetta. They can't be in College Park. They can't be. There's 10 cities or 11 cities on Fulton County, and none of those cities will allow non-black law enforcement officers to be employed. Y'all just gonna simply have to take y'all ass somewhere else. You can't work in Fulton County. You know, once it's classified as a rehumanization zone. You know what I mean? Now this is just, you know, law. This is just stuff that we can push for. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're diplomats. Now we're a nation. But as citizens, we couldn't push for this. We'd never be able to push for that. But now we can. I'm showing y'all. I know you, man. I can only. Some folks must be shaking in their boots. What is this Negro? You're talking too loud. Massa's gonna hear you. Massa's gonna hear. Over here's all. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. Nah, man. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it moving, man. It's a new day out here, man. Okay, number three, we pushing for a special military command for black soldiers to be set up based on video proof of racism at the Pentagon. Now I got racism at the, and this is only the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to this is my footage. I actually own this footage. I was authorized to be at the Pentagon 3 years ago on Juneteenth Day, and they did a ceremony. And long story short, if y'all go to youtube.com, y'all can see the story in the description right here. Y'all see we just made this public yesterday. I've had this for you see somebody got the first dislike. It must have been a white person. We got one dislike on it. Yeah, one person, because see, we gave y'all the story right here. So if y'all want to see the story behind, you know, why this is video proof of racism, you will see that. And let me show y'all the let me show y'all the let me show y'all the thing. Let me see. Juneteenth means hope or something like that. Let's say Joint Chiefs of Staff, because this was a Juneteenth represents hope. So this is on, you see the military website. Um, Juneteenth represents hope. Okay, I don't know why it's not loading up. It's taking some time to load up. But it was a historic ceremony that took place at the Pentagon. A historic where they honored the black people who fought, the 20,000 or whoever it was, Navy veterans or whoever that fought in the Civil War. Civil War. We're talking about hundreds of years ago. These folks have never gotten any recognition by the military, and they finally got some recognition. Y'all see it right there. It's a picture right there, photo taken. You know what I mean? Y'all see the joint loading up all fucked up, all slow and shit. It's racism on the website. Why this shit taking so long to load up? All that bandwidth y'all got up there, the Joint Chiefs of Staffs at the Pentagon. Why all that bandwidth there taking all day to load up? You know what I'm saying? This article about, you know, giving the black people credit. I bet y'all if I click on any of those other links up there, it's gonna load up real quick. Y'all saw how long it took. Look at that. Y'all thought it was lying. June 19th, 2017, right? I was authorized to be in this meeting. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make it, so I had got my black woman up in DC friend. You know what I'm saying? That's a camera lady, a professional, and she got her authorized the morning of the event to be at the Pentagon. That does not happen. We were supposed to get those authorizations done within 24 hours, at least 24 hours before the event. You know what I'm saying? And she did not, but the Most High saw to it that we got her in there the morning of the event. She was able to capture this video footage for us right here. Y'all see it's the same event, Hall of Heroes, Pentagon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but y'all can go and watch that. You know what I'm saying? And would y'all believe? Long story short, y'all get the full story here, but long story short, I end up with the only video footage of the ceremony in 2017. I thought it was gonna be press. I thought it was gonna be cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The way I was told about the event, oh man, it's the first time they commemorating a rare Juneteenth commemoration. Rare. You know what I'm saying? I just knew camera was gonna be everywhere, but it was only one little scrawny ass photographer taking still pictures. Y'all see. So imagine these black people up their way up all the way up to the top, and they working their ass off to get this thing done, and we got it done, and we didn't even get no video footage of it. No video footage of it. And it's only the Most High that told me to hold on to this footage. I ain't put this out in 3 years. Y'all know I'm sitting on all kinds of, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High put on. And y'all see now I'm bringing them out little by little. But all that work that these brothers put in to get this done, and we couldn't even get no press except for one scrawny ass little web link on the Joint Chiefs of Staff website that don't even load up, that take all day to load up. I bet you if I click the about page on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, it load right on up. It load right on up. I told y'all. I told y'all. That's racism online. Website racism. Website racism. Y'all do something about that. We click on the Joint Chiefs of Staff history, load right on up. But the other joint want to take all day, and look how much shit they all got on here. The other joint take all day to load up because y'all want to discourage people from reading about it. See what I'm saying, man? Fuck out of here. Let me get off y'all racist ass website. So y'all, this is why we doing this. This is why we doing this. You see what I'm saying? It's proof of racism. Proof of racism. So since if there's racism at the Pentagon level, then that means we have to come in for our black soldiers now. So now we have the diplomatic capacity to say, look, we are building rehumanization zones all over America by lawful right of our relief from 4443, our lawful relief for reparations. We will be building zones where that will be free of racism, guaranteed free of racism, because white folks ain't gonna be in there. Right? That's the only way to guarantee this. These will be autonomous cities, autonomous black zones, right? That Drake is telling us to slide over to them black cities. White folks not gonna be allowed up in here unless it's a stage 2 or stage 3 rehumanization zone. You see what I'm saying? But my ass, I'm gonna be in a stage 1. Y'all can be in a stage 2 and 3 if y'all want to. Y'all love white folks. You know what I'm saying? And the good white folks, they gonna have to revoke their ownership of those intellectual properties anyway. You know what I'm saying? So boom, 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 boom. Let's keep it moving. All right. So federal reform, we also saying that, we want, and I said I wasn't gonna go over the whole article, but look, I'm doing it anyway. But I want y'all to hear it directly from me because a lot of times, I try, and y'all, this is me typing these articles, but I type up the articles and people be like, man, I read the article, but I still need to hear it from you, man. Like, what's going on? So I guess I just can't get away. Y'all got to hear me say these things. So let me tell y'all, federal form SF 181, it deals with the classification of, race, on the U.S. codes, according to the U.S. codes. Now, we're not under these codes anymore, but I'm still given to this because we still think we are. So let me give y'all, why we're saying what we're doing. This is just ritualistically, um, racism in federal documents again. So this shit is so crazy that you got brothers out here who actually checking white because of the definition. So we're saying that we want to reclassify, redefine Black or African American on SF 181 as just a member of the African Union 6th region in America. And that is going to be simple, simple. We go for simple stuff. Y'all know me. I keep things simple, man. I'm stupid, man. I wasn't even supposed to graduate high school. I don't even know how I did that. It was just the most high. I'm not even supposed to have a high school diploma right now, y'all. So stop calling me educated and all this stuff when y'all hear me speaking just because I speak clearly. Um, I could speak a whole nother way if I wanted to. Stop calling me educated. I have never been to college. I'm not even supposed to have a high school diploma. I ain't have enough credits to graduate. I'm a music producer. I'm a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person who is obedient to the spirit, who sees the signs and I follow the signs. That's all I know is I'm following these signs. I'm following these signs that keep coming to me. All right. So diplomatic U.S. passports for all six region members in America. Now, this would be an extra passport in addition to our sixth region passports, which is diplomatic in itself. But like I said, for the few people who are scared and they like to see cooperation come from the U.S. government, you know what I mean? We are also going to pressure them to provide these passports for us as well. Now, the pressure is there. It's just about putting the pressure on the table from the diplomatic level. Now, also, we're looking for, this is just, situation that we say atonement for the March 4th COINTELPRO memo by J. Edgar Hoover. And that atonement would be December 27th, National Day of Black Peace. This is where the whole entire economy shuts down for Wakanda prayers, y'all. Now, the reason why we did this is when you actually read the COINTELPRO memo from March 4th, and you read the number one thing, he was to prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. Prevent the coalition of black militant nationalist groups. Now, let me show y'all, if you don't understand what actually happened, these people right here did exactly that. They created a coalition of nationalist groups with, and we're even talking about national status with the sixth region of the African Union. Well, it's really just by being them. This is really the militant nationalist group. Each person that you see in this picture has a military. Each person that you see in this picture has a military. Okay, they wanted to prevent black people in America from being like this, standing together with all of our militaries, right? They wanted to prevent that. You see what I'm saying? And so they did this COINTELPRO memo to prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. This is white folks. This is the FBI saying this. In J. Edgar Hoover, hell, saying in unity there is strength. A truism that is no less valid for all its triteness. An effective coalition of black nationalist groups might be the first step towards a real Mau Mau in America. And Mau Mau, they say Black Revolutionary Army. But they knew it to be more than that. You see what I'm saying? The beginning of a true Black revolution. Now, the Mau Mau are the people who live right here on this mountain, on the mountain Zion, who protect the Ark of the Covenant, who protect the original scrolls of Moses and the Kabiru, which is the real word for Hebrew, Kabiru, which means black people, the real ancient scrolls of black people, thousands of years old, not that little Torah that they got from just 800 years ago. That's the oldest one that they got, right? So we're talking about thousands of years old. We got the original Torah, okay? And they want to prevent a real Mau Mau in America. But then, of course, y'all know what happened. I went to Mount Kenya, of course, and right here, y'all see Mount Kenya. This is me in Mount Kenya. This is Michael Jackson's former manager. He went with me as well. We were both inducted and became real Mau Mau on this day. And of course, the Mau Mau, as you see, is the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Issue number 7. In 1978 credited, but the Black Panther came out in 1966, just 2 years before this memo, because the FBI and Jack Kirby, who was a military veteran, the FBI, they had both had access to the same information that came from the Nazis. Operation, say, Paperclip. Y'all look into this stuff. Operation Paperclip was something from the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The joint it was came from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, where the Nazis brought all their information over. They brought all their information over to the United States. You know what I'm saying? And the government all had access to that, and they learned about the Mau Mau. They learned about the Mau Mau right here. Not just J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI, but Jack Kirby as well learned about the Mau Mau. Now, what he did with it, he took the information and he made the Black Panther comic book. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had to come back and hit their ass with Black Panther lawsuit. You know, y'all go check the shit out. Black Panther lawsuit. It's all there. We put all this work out there already. Oh, they censoring that one. Huh? Y'all don't let that one come up at the top. Okay, well look, I know how to get y'all. Y'all just do blackpantherlawsuit.com. It's all there. You know what I'm saying? Criminal charges for Marvel Studios and Disney and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go and read that. Jack Kirby got the information from the Mau Mau. 53 years of federal crimes. You see what I'm saying? Federal registration number. It's all there. Notice to the public. It's all there. Notice to law enforcement. It's all there. How Marvel commits perjury with copyright forms, and we did even an explainer video. Y'all go watch that explainer. Yeah, yeah, y'all go see that. And here's the source material. This is where they got it all from. The heart-shaped herb, the G-Roo character. Who was this one? Ooh, who was this one? Yeah, and I'm gonna show you how the Most High is so precise. You know what I'm saying? They put it out on the same day that I met the elders. I met the Mau Mau. So the day that led to this, me being inducted, happened on this date right here, January 7th. But it was in 2016. And I met the brother who was initiated to the 35th level, who's in the picture. Oh, you can't see him in this picture. Sorry, he's not in this picture. Um, but my father, my spiritual father who inducted me, is the 35th level of the esoteric African wisdom of the Hebrew wisdom, um, secret wisdom. Yes, Hebrew have secret wisdom and sacred wisdom, but y'all just don't know about it. But you're about to learn. And my name is actually my mom is my I'm a noble from my mother's side. My last name is literally on in the comic book on the very picture of the brother. I mean, the comic book brother, Jiru, you know what I'm saying? That enabled us to get a confession of guilt from Jack Kirby. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all there. This is where the real Black Panther came from, you know what I'm saying? Right there, Mount Kenya. You know what I mean? It's all there. The real rare Black Panther was seen right there in the same place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all check that out. Jack Kirby took the information from Operation Paperclip and he created a fictional character with because they observed black people really doing divine stuff at Mount Zion, like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Power stuff, superhuman stuff that the government knows about. They took that and he made it into a comic book. But the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, now he took that information and said, look, we got to stop that because if we have a real Mau Mau in America, if the black folks connect with the Mau Mau over in America and get the secrets to Wakanda, oh, well, then that's going to create a real black revolution. You see what I'm saying? To prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify, electrify militant black nationalist movement. Malcolm X might have been such a Messiah. He is a martyr of the movement today. Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah all aspire to this position. Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines. Oh, shoot, that's white people saying that. Nonviolence and embrace black nationalism. Carmichael. But let me tell y'all, they have no idea of the man. Now, let me tell you, the man who wrote this, I'm going to show y'all how even more divine this is. I'm going to show y'all. Damn, I ain't intend to go into all this information today, man, but I'm sitting here freestyling. They Edgar Hoover. I just got to show y'all, man. I can't help it, y'all. Can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry, man. But the man who wrote the information, the memo that says he wanted to prevent a real Mau Mau in America, and then me and my brother, my older brother, Quadri El Amin, became a real Mau Mau in America for the purpose of connecting us with the real Mau Mau in the Wakanda. The man died on my birthday. The man died. So you said you wanted to prevent a real Mau Mau. Then you died on the birthday of the real Mau Mau. Now I was born. This is what 14 years before I was born, but it was on the same day that I was born. You feel me? So I'm just showing y'all these are the signs that I'm looking at because they're precise. I'm not looking at no strange, you got to go down no rabbit hole. It's right there on the surface of the ground. These jewels are like Africa. You got rubies, diamonds, and just laying on the ground, on the top of the ground that you don't even have to dig for. That's how much wealth Africa has. These are the jewels that I'm finding as I'm navigating and guiding myself in life. You know what I'm saying? As I'm suggesting y'all to, hey, go this direction, go that direction, it's because the signs are so obvious in my face, and I'm saying, oh shoot, this is it. The man died on my birthday, y'all, and he said he wanted to prevent Mount Kenya. He wanted to block Mount Kenya. What? Y'all know how hard y'all know I go hard for Mount Kenya. Y'all want to block Mount Kenya? Oh, that's why you're gonna die on my birthday, trick. He wanted to stop y'all from knowing where Mount Zion was. What y'all realize, what y'all don't realize, is white folks found Mount Zion. They stole all our ancient books, and they read the books, and it led them to this mountain right here. That's why the Queen of England, this King of England, they had our people in concentration camps over here. The Gikuyu tribe, they didn't practice slavery. They didn't deal with slavery. You know what I'm saying? Kikuyu. Let me prove it to y'all. It's right there. Kikuyu people. You know what I'm saying? Kikuyu. Look at this. I'm just gonna Google. Look for the word slavery. Um, Before the arrival of British and Arabs involved in the slave trade in their um, wait, hold on. Before the establishment of East Africa, the Agikuyu preserved geographic and political power from almost all external influence for many generations. Exactly, they did what I'm telling y'all to do, what we need to do, what I'm telling us to do now, is to have our own space, have our own political stuff for generations where we're not influenced by nothing else. They had never been subdued. They'd never been taken into slavery. Before the arrival of the British, Arabs involved in the slave trade and their caravans passed into the southern edges of Agikuyu Nation. So just on the outskirts, they never made it to the interior. They made it to the outskirts. But slavery as an institution did not exist among the Agikuyu. They didn't enslave their own people. They didn't enslave other black people. They did not deal with slavery, nor did they make raids or capture of slaves. So they didn't go in and capture nobody and sell them to the white folks. This tribe did not. This was a tribe of priests. This is the real Hebrew, the real Kabiru. See what I'm saying? So they was going by some true divine. They got the real scrolls. So those real scrolls must say that must not. It must say that slavery is not good. It's not the real. So the Bible condemns slaves. So let's look at some. So the Bible come from these scrolls that these people have, right? The Torah comes from these scrolls. So Exodus, Deuteronomy, whatever, where it says slaves obey your master or whatever, it must not be in the original scrolls because the people who got the original scrolls don't believe in slavery at all. All right, so that's why they bringing us these scrolls. They say, look, y'all, sorry, we Wakanda, we had to hide out for a minute. White folks had permission by the Most High to mess up the world. The Most High told us to go into hiding. We had to hide the Ark of the Covenant. We put it in the fourth dimension where human beings can't even see it and live if they don't know the words to say and the rituals to do. We had to hide out. Sorry, Wakanda, we had to protect the sacred tablet, the vibranium. But we here now. Ever since 2009, we back, and we gonna bring y'all the original scrolls. So now we know that the original scrolls, at least we know that they don't deal with slavery. They don't condone slavery. They don't say slaves obey your master. Oh boy, it's gonna get hot for some folks when these scrolls come back. And y'all know before we was pushing the sixth region, y'all already know. I was telling y'all, look, if we want freedom, true freedom, all we gotta do is connect with the Wakanda. All we gotta check is connect back with the keepers of the vibranium. It's called the Gikuyu Nation. These people right here. You know what I'm saying? The same people that the FBI was afraid of, COINTELPRO. You know what I'm saying? The same people that Jack Kirby turned around and gave us the vibranium and Black Panther from? All we gotta do is connect with these people. They reaching out to us. They even inducted us. They said they said they passing us the baton. Look, they inducted us into the inner circle. This is not the tribe, the general tribe. This is the inner circle. These are the people who keep the secrets. Mount Kenya College of Seers. They brought Black Americans into the secret circle of the nation. Kikuyu, just the whole Kikuyu people don't know all of the secrets. A lot of Kikuyu, 7 million Kikuyu people, they out there just living life trying to be, just modern day people like everybody else. But some of those people in the Kikuyu tribe are tasked with preserving secrets and the Ark of the Covenant. Those are the people that invited us in. So we got invited into the Holy of Holies, people. That represents us. When you see us two sitting there, you see yourself. This is Black Americans. This is Black people in the diaspora. They specifically said that they passing us the baton. You feel me? So I'm showing y'all like, yeah. So now, so it's a reason that I'm saying we forced the government to atone for the March 4th, 1968 COINTELPRO memo by doing this December 27th National Day of Black Peace, where we shut down the whole economy and we pray towards Mount Zion. We do some Wakanda prayers. You know what I mean? Die, 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 die. That means peace. Die, die means peace. Die, die, guy, die, guy, die, guy. That means peace of God. Guy is God. Die, guy. Yah means of peace of God. Die, guy. You see what I'm saying? Die, die, guy, die. Peace, peace of God, peace. So you're saying peace, God give us peace. You're asking for the peace of God. You're invoking the peace of God just by saying the peace of God. You don't have to ask for it. Say, God, give me peace. Just say peace of God and it's there. Boom. Just by invoking that power of invocation. All right, so y'all know I done probably made this live an hour long. I ain't mean to do that, but I just had the spirit just had me share all of this stuff with y'all. So there it is, folks. We getting the momentum going. You know what I mean? Let's start talking about the peace treaty. If we make the peace treaty go viral, and y'all got to hold these demo. If y'all going to participate in the U.S. elections, I'm suggesting you don't. I'm really suggesting that we just vote for our own situation. Let's put that energy into building our own stuff. But if you're going to, the strategy that you have to employ and deploy is peace treaty. Fuck everything else. Which one of y'all motherfuckers is willing to sign the peace treaty with us? And I bet y'all Trump would do it. And that might sound strange to some of y'all, but if we make this a big issue right now, I guarantee you, Trump will be ready, willing, and excited to sign the peace treaty with Black America, and say that, okay, we're really finally ready to get on our own, stand on our own 2 feet. I guarantee you, man, Trump, we can get this peace treaty signed before the elections. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this done ASAP. Oh man, I think I done covered everything, man. Y'all please remember, shout out Johnny Cochran. The answer. This is the person when we stand. This is the person who showed me the loophole. You know what I'm saying? This is the spirit who did it. I know that for a fact now. I just look at the dates. Like y'all know I follow the dates. I follow numbers. So this is the day that I filed the complaint. This is the day I released my first music album and my only music album that I've ever released, and wasn't even my own solo project. So y'all know I've been in the industry for over a decade, and I ain't even dropped a project yet. And people love my music, but I just never dropped a project. You know what I'm saying? So except for on this date, I did something. I'm out, y'all. I'm out, y'all, man. And that was just confirmation of me and Drake, because Drake also had that video. DJ Tusi had uploaded the dance video to TikTok on March 29th, and then March 31st, Nipsey Hussle, anniversary, the Matrix movie anniversary. Drake actually came out and confirmed the whole situation according to Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go and read this, man. Read this stuff, man. It's just some insight, man. This is spiritual insight. It ain't like we dropping new laws out here. It's not law. It's not spiritual law. It's just interesting facts that could seem coincidental, but we know that coincidence doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go check that out. You can read it for free right here or you can get the physical copy, for $10. Maybe you can get instant PDF version for $6. You know, yeah, I just yeah, man. Oh, and the other thing, y'all want to check this one out too. Since we kind of dibbled onto the spiritual side, y'all want to also check out Riddles of Prophets. Um, this one right here brings you some of the sealed wisdom, from now. This one I actually all the other books. Well, I did this one in about 3 days too. I wrote this one in about 3 days too, but this one right here goes into some spiritual. This is a spiritual situation right there. That is a spiritual situation. That's the only spiritual situation I got. The rest is economics. This is economics. This is economics and safety, diplomatic shelter and stuff. This is just economics. This is safety, diplomatic safety for our future, and economics as well. But this one right here, y'all know me. I'm a spiritual diplomat. Look, I advocate for this. Some people think that our remedy is in economics and politics. I feel like our safety is in spirit. The Most High, and prophecy and all of that. So that's why I wrote this, first, 2 years ago. But y'all read it all, man. Get both. Don't do one or the other, man. Do both, man. Do both. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all do both, man. Shoo. Shoo. Yeah, man. All right, so I'm out. I'm out. There was some reviews. I don't know how to see them, but people have written reviews, and they saying some positive stuff about this book right here. So I was trying to. I don't know how to pull up on bar. I don't even know how to get there on this, but hey, it's all good. Y'all be good. Peace, power, love. Hold on, let me see if there's any questions. Peace and power. Hey man, that's my brother, man. My newfound brother. You know what I mean? Uh, Shalom, shalom, peace and love. Can I share this? Come on, y'all never gotta ask me that question. If I put it out there in public, please share it. I'm hoping you share it. And I know y'all, I respect y'all. We got a lot of respect for people, even online. They're trying to act like online people are so disrespectful. People be online like very respectful. You know what I'm saying? And I respect y'all asking me to share this, but y'all don't ask me this no more. Just share anything you see me put out there, unless I say don't share it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I've said that in the past, but yeah. Where to go to find a notary to do witness? You can go to the UPS store. You can go to your bank. I don't know if they still letting people in the bank or whatever. They still got tellers in there, but go to a UPS store. Just Google public notary. Peace, love, and light, abundance of soul enlightenment. Thank you so much. All banks have notaries. Yes, yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, brother Jay Gray, all banks have notaries. UPS store as well. I think if you go to your bank, it'll be free. But if you go to UPS, it'd be like, um, $2, $3. Rally in California. Yeah, man. Oh, Cali gonna be turned up. Cali gonna be. I already know Cali gonna be turned up. Y'all just give us a second. We got to get that. We got to get this. We got to get that one thing squared away. We got to get that one thing squared away, man. Because when we go, if we was to put you in and let you create your account right now, it's forcing. It's like it's forcing people to pay for the rally situation, and it's messing up, and we can't even adjust the price, even if we could turn it down to 1 penny or something like that. But we can't even adjust the prices, so I think it's a glitch. So we got to have we're having somebody go in and fix this for us. So y'all will be able to set up your rallies. All you're gonna do is just say, where the meeting area is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So you need to find places that got like open, maybe even like a big ass parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And y'all remember, follow all traffic laws when we out there. Um, Prince Michael, please inbox me. Bobby, I will do that. I will do that. You inbox me too, bro. Just hit me up just in case I forget. They killed him. They knew it. I'm not familiar who you're. Yeah, probably Martin Luther King we was talking about. Yeah. The ancestors will always guide us to personal salvation. Yes, yes. Our ancestors are here to assist, and they ain't playing and taking no prisoner. You're right. You're right. Um, this is the page I was telling you about. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you for telling about. We are definitely on the right path. You are so right. I believe in the ancestors, the universe, and all elements within. Yeah, man. We on the same vibe on that one. Jordan Williams, man. I've been seeing you check in, man. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. All right, y'all. I think that's all the questions. I don't think Nobody got no questions. Maybe I gotta check the other pages too. Hold on. Now, let me do this just to be fair, man. Let me do this just to be fair. Stay on this page. I'm gonna pull it up from another one. Um, Facebook.com. Um, because we got several pages. I want to answer any questions that's coming from any of the pages. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn myself down. Do we got any comments? Y'all ain't dropping no comments on that one because that's a new page. So most people probably ain't even on that page. Black America's Mass Migration. We got to check that page as well. I'm gonna start remembering to do this every time we go live because we're going live on different pages. So we just need to make sure people ain't asking questions on, the other pages. So y'all bear with me. We want to get all questions. I don't want to leave nobody out. Um, Live over here. Comments. No questions. All right, boom. No questions over there. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Most of the questions come in from my ambassador, Prince Michael, because I got 16,000 on there. So um I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and end this live now. Boom.